What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. And in celebration of season 12 of Married to Medicine, we have one of the Fab Five here with us today. Dr. Simone, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. How are you feeling? Like, we're 2 episodes into season 12 and definitely a lot going on.
I feel like my 2 episodes are bad.
You think so? You think
Well,
they're bad?
Quad and I got into it on one already.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love Quad. I don't want to keep fighting with Quad.
Right. How does that ever, because people do say that in the comments. They're like, it's like an ongoing cycle, like with the two of them. I guess for some people, they're like, look, let's just make up already. Because there's a little digs at each other.
Well, I feel like our digs are not little.
Okay.
We take jabs that are deeper than most people, but we go back 12 years.
Right.
And we've spent some personal time together all year long away from camera. And so I think that when she digs at me or when I dig at her, they really hurt.
And you guys also know how to get under each other's skin.
We do.
Like, she knows what to say about you.
Yes.
That's going to make you react. And you definitely know
Yes.
if you talk about finances or her house, that's going to set her off.
She's mad.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Traders comment, because that was originally her on YouTube saying when she was asked about which cast member would, do great on Traders.
Yes.
Is that what it was? She said you.
Yes. And I would have accepted that as a light jab. I would have accepted it as a compliment because it's an extra check. Mm-hmm. The problem is she continued by saying, and I can't even get into why I think she's the traitor.
Okay.
Because it would be too deep, too dark. So that was like, girl, bye.
It's interesting because you have so many amazing things happening in your life. Congratulations on being an empty nester.
Yes, thank you. That is exciting.
How does that feel? Like, because it's been so long. You've been married how long now?
29
years. It's going to be 30 years next year.
Yes.
Man, and it's been a long time since y'all have been in the house alone.
Right. And we are just enjoying ourselves. We can travel whenever we want to. From September to October, 6 weekends in a row, baby, we were out of town kicking it.
Love it.
Yes.
Marriage is still lit, and this makes it feel like a rebirth kind of.
It does, but we still have our challenges. Anytime there's a conversation that comes up, what needs to be done with Miles and Michael, we need to put the hammer down. We need to cut off all the funds. Cecil and I get into big fights.
Right, right. And I think Cecil and Quad, they get along, though.
They do.
Right. Now, does that bother you, how their relationship? Like, because sometimes we feel like, well, I don't mess with her, so why is he?
So it doesn't bother me that they get along. But if I'm venting to you about Quad, just nod your head, shut your mouth. Don't take up for her.
That is, what? That's so interesting that you say that, because I feel like that's my man's responsibility, too. Yes. If I'm venting about somebody or something, I'm not venting for you to respond and defend them.
Right.
I want you to listen. And then maybe later on.
But men don't know. They are trying to fix the problem. And so he's always trying to get me to see Quad in a different light or not take things so personally and so deeply.
You think she's the one person that kind of gets under your skin or has the ability to do that the most?
I think so. Yes, I think she's number one. And then I think Heavenly, because Heavenly, you dog me out behind my back, but then she'll call like, hey, girl, let's go to lunch. But I'm like, which is it?
I think what Heavenly is that she knows how to make things interesting. And I feel like that's how she looks at it.
I don't think that's
Think
interesting,
so?
though,
Okay.
that you're online dragging each of your castmates. I don't know anybody on any show that they have a full-time job dragging their castmates.
Well, she is not a main one on this season, but she's got some things going on.
Yes.
It's interesting to me that this would be the season when she's, running for office, and then she's got drama, family drama with her son. It feels like this would be the time to be.
And it should have been the time that she should be main cast. But Heavenly traditionally isn't really talking about what's going on behind those doors, those big wrought iron doors. She's keeping everything a secret, like, oh, life's so perfect and my marriage is so perfect. Anybody who's in a relationship, you know that your relationship is up and down daily. Because things happen. You agree today, tomorrow you wake up, there's a disagreement.
Right.
But she's pretended like, oh no, my marriage is amazing.
You know, but I do think the drama with her son, that's difficult. Like
That
for
is
her
absolutely difficult.
That is, and I appreciated that people were like, let's not
Let's not touch
that's
it.
a touchy topic,
Yes.
and something that, and I saw her say that she didn't have any issues with addressing it. I saw her, maybe she was talking to Carlos King. I can't remember where I saw it, but she was saying that wasn't true, that she didn't have any issues in talking about it.
Well, I think if they didn't have any issues talking about it, it would have been addressed 2 years ago when he first got arrested. But instead, she is pretending as if she found out by scrolling on social media 2 years after he got arrested. Girl, bye. No.
Oh, I believe her.
We are connected in Atlanta with lawyers, judges. Everybody knows everybody. So don't pretend with me that your kid's been arrested and you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, and the positive side of things, the Met Gala, that's something that you guys have popularized. So where are we at with the Met Gala? And talk to us about that.
We are having our 3rd annual Met Gala this season, and it is a scholarship fundraiser this season, and we are excited to show America what we're doing in our community. Now, it was a tough road leading up to the Met Gala, but I'll leave that for you to see. Yes.
Oh, okay. We're going to see that on this season play out.
You are.
Putting together something like that is always difficult, though.
No, it is.
Yeah, I can see how that, while you're working towards something positive, there's got to be a lot of drama behind the scenes because it's a big undertaking.
Yes. Yes. And some people don't know how huge the undertaking is, but you get a chance to see another person struggle.
Oh.
I'm not going to say who, but you get a chance to see her struggle.
Okay.
And beg for money.
What?
Yes, that's what you have to do when you're throwing on a big gala. What do you need to throw it
you
on?
Have to
you
raise
need
some
money.
Funds. Mm-hmm.
You need money.
Okay.
You need your girlfriends.
I'm into it. Now, I want to ask about some other things that have happened on the show. There was a scene where Dr. Jackie was talking about the thyroid. And that felt like an inappropriate moment where it's one of the new
new castmates. Her name is Brandy.
Yeah, she was talking to Brandy and she was like, what's going on with your thyroid? What did you think about that moment? Was that inappropriate, or is that not something you would say to somebody?
I would address your goiter to the side in private. And Jackie just, I don't know, she just had a little tongue slip, but it was not to be harmful.
Okay.
Right? Our Hippocratic oaths do no harm. But as doctors, you don't get to turn that off. And so she saw it. She could see that she had a mass. She just should have pulled her to the side and said, hey, I can see that you have something going on here. Did you know? Because that's another thing, is in a social setting, you're telling somebody something maybe they hadn't even realized yet.
Did you notice it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that was it.
We're doctors. We're not going to not notice her neck.
Person, I didn't know if it was a real, because I was looking and I was like, I didn't really see anything. But like you said, you guys are doctors.
We pay attention to things.
So y'all,
we touch thyroids every day in our office. We're feeling. We have found thyroid cancer on patients.
Okay.
And so it is that if you see something that's a little, if I saw in your shirt, for instance, it's beautiful. But if it was like this and you had one breast that was hugely asymmetrical to the other breast, I would be wondering, hey, I wonder if she has a mass. I wonder if, she had a breast that didn't develop from childhood. And, has she considered an implant? Those sorts of things run through our minds. So you just kind of
assess people when you look at them in your head all the time.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Yes. That's how directors look at movies. They're like, ooh, that's the continuity there is off, or this and that. So as a doctor,
if someone smiles at you, they have rotten teeth. Oof. We are thinking, oh my goodness, does that person do they have a drug history?
Dr. Heavenly.
Do they have a drug history? Yeah. It's all sorts of things medically that are coming to our minds. And not every time, but yes, when we see something that's out of place or doesn't look normal, That's what we think.
Now, with all of this traveling and the work that you do, I don't know how true this is, but I'm seeing that you're kind of slowing down in your OBGYN practice.
Yes, I have been practicing OBGYN for 30 years, and I have decided after December 13th, I am no longer going to deliver babies.
Wow,
I'm going
that's
to do
soon.
office GYN only.
What made you decide that? Just
I'm tired. I'm burnt out. Physician burnout is a real thing. And I have been going, hustling, and to be able to leave my career still on top.
right.
Not forced out by the hospital or by anyone, not having had any catastrophic patient losses or anything like that.
God is good. That's a blessing.
God is amazing. I am happy to be able to step out. I have given my boys everything I had to give financially, and it's time now just for me to get back to enjoying life.
What do you enjoy doing? What does Dr. Simone do that she's like, okay, this is what, enjoying the fruits of my labor looks like?
So I like hanging out for a night in Atlanta, just going either to a speakeasy, to a restaurant with friends. I love going to the Hawks games. It's a whole vibe in Atlanta. I love to travel. I love shopping.
Me too.
Now, I need to scale the shopping back.
Me too.
Got to put this girl on a budget. But I just have a good time when you can do girly girl things. We go to London. We head over to Harrods. And
Here we go.
go up all those floors and then go have a great lunch with a great cocktail.
Right.
That's my kind of day. And I love beach time and relaxation time as well, because I can also just chill, listen to an audiobook and just chill.
We talk all the time about the issues and the disparities when it comes to Black women in healthcare. And I wanted to ask you, in that position, how many women or young girls you think you've inspired to want to actually be a doctor? Because they always say if you can see it, you can be it. Have you heard some of those stories?
Yes, I have. And I have also been able to finally have time to start mentoring young women. And this platform, initially getting in on a reality TV show, people were always calling, mentor my daughter. And I'm like, I don't have time. Tell her to study. Studying is going to be her best friend. Get the grades and then we can worry about everything else later. But now I actually have young women who are shadowing me, coming to my office. I actually have the time to spend with young women now.
I love that. I think that's great. We have those conversations up here all the time about finding the right doctor and finding somebody that actually will listen to you, how important that is.
So important.
And I think as Black women, the different issues that we might have that maybe sometimes people don't take as seriously as they should.
Right. Just like with fibroids.
Yes.
Uterine fibroids are common. They're twice as more common in Black women than they are in other cultures. But that pain from fibroids can really be debilitating. And you don't know how many times I have to handhold with a patient for her to realize you have to do something about the fibroids. And you might not want surgery, but you better look at a uterine artery embolization. Like you need to do something, and just suffering through it is not the answer.
Yeah, I think sometimes we feel like periods are supposed to be painful.
Yes.
We get so used to it. We're just like, I can't come to work today because my period's starting. And
your
we're used to
period
bleeding for a long time,
Right.
or
all of
bleeding
that's
heavy.
abnormal. You should not be off from work every month secondary to a naturally occurring menstrual cycle. Shouldn't happen.
Period. Well, you know what I
Period.
meant. Now, another person, Sweet Tea. Have you been speaking to her? Obviously, she's not on this new season.
Yes.
She has exited the show, and now Quad is here. And that was part of the issues that Quad had with you also, right? You just kind of kikiing with Sweet Tea.
Yes.
Do you see that point of view of hers? Because some people will say it's not comparable, like the trader's remark, and then you talking about her finances with Sweet Tea, who is her ex-husband's new woman.
Yes. I can understand how Quad feels, but I think Quad isn't taking accountability for the fact that she and I don't hang anymore. And Cecil and Gregory have been friends the entire time, playing golf the entire time. And Sweet Tea was not the first woman that I saw him date.
Okay.
Or was around that he was dating. And so when he fell in love with Sweet Tea, decided to marry her, I'm like, she's nice. I enjoyed my time with her. And it wasn't like I'm spending time with Quad and Sweet Tea.
Right.
Quad turns her back on the people. And when you do that, why can't I spend time with your ex's new woman?
Mm-hmm. You know, I think sometimes maybe it was hard for her to be around the same people, too.
I think it was hard. And initially, season 10, when they were on the show together, I didn't think it was hard, but they were never in the same room until the finale, until the Met Gala.
Okay.
And it was awkward,
Yeah, it was.
but I was like, okay, it's doable. And then season 11 taught us all.
It's not doable.
It is not doable.
Do you like King?
I love King, and I love him for Quad.
Okay.
I love their chemistry together. I love them together.
With that relationship with you two being fractured, do you see it? Because, you know, in episode 2, we did see you guys get in a better space and hug it out.
Yes.
And I know you all have been filming, so you already know how the story ends.
Of course.
But do you see this as something that can be repaired, or do you think it's something that will never be the same?
I think Quad and I could get our relationship even back to where it was, because there was a point where I felt like we never could. But she's got to stop getting gassed up by other people, got to stop reading the comments, and we have to live in the moment.
Do you like her friends on the show? She's
Angel?
Angel. You like Angel?
Yeah, Angel's
Okay.
cool. I don't have a problem with Angel.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering because we haven't seen all of this play out yet.
Right.
Now, you did go to a dog funeral
Yes, I did.
on this, and
Yes, I did.
Toya and Dr. Eugene, I can't imagine, you know, how difficult it is. The dog drowned in a pool, which is an awful way because it's not like natural causes. What were you thinking? Because it did feel, it was like a person's funeral.
Yes.
You know, so I was just wondering while you were sitting there, and you guys are there for each other. It was great that everybody showed up because we know that for a lot of us, dogs are like family members.
Yes.
Did you think it was like, this is a lot?
Yes, I thought it was a lot. And when she asked me to bring my dogs, I was like, really? Because they not well-trained
The
dogs.
dogs was in there yawning.
Mine were barking at other dogs. So it was tough bringing the dogs. But Bailey's has been a part of Toya's life for 17 years.
That's a long time. That is a teenager.
Yes. And I had never been to a doggy funeral. I was like, what the hell? When she invited me. But it turned out beautifully. It really did.
It was beautiful. I was like,
Yes. I was pleasantly surprised. And she asked us to wear white. But then she expected my dogs to be
sit
in
on
white
me. Yeah.
too. And I'm like, girl, you lucky these dogs are here, okay?
So I want to ask you, as you know, outside of this, because I know you do a lot when it comes to like philanthropy and giving back, and you already talked about mentoring.
Yes.
Is this something that is going to be like a structured nonprofit that you're going to be doing, or how is that going to work?
I don't know that I am willing to take on the stress of a nonprofit.
Okay, gotcha.
I am willing to help others in what they're doing, and I'm going to have so much more free time to help. But I do not want to pick up any other habits, hobbies, anything that's going to be stressful in my life moving forward. I truly want a stress-free year.
You guys
year.
do investing too, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's
Yes.
a little stressful too, though, because real estate investing can be a lot.
It's fun though.
fun?
It
Okay.
is fun looking at all the different properties and the neighborhoods, and looking at where the city of Atlanta puts their money and is helping growth. That is I find that fascinating and not so stressful. I bought a condo a couple of years ago. It took us a year to sell it. We were calling ourselves doing a fixer-upper. So we did the renovations, and it took us a year to get that sucker sold. And we barely broke even. But it was a lesson. I wasn't angry or mad. once we got it sold, and looking forward to taking on a project like that again.
Yeah, it is.
It's interesting.
It's an educational, because you learn from all the things because I feel like whenever somebody does things like that, the first few times you don't get it all the way right.
Right.
But then you meet the right people, you meet the right contractors, you understand the right materials. Because sometimes, like I know for me, I always want to do stuff at like this grand scale. But then when you're buying something knowing you're going to sell it, it's not the smartest thing to do.
It is not on such a grand scale. But we have a great contractor. We also have another couple that's a business they're business partners with us. They flip properties already.
Right.
So they were experienced. It was just this property. It just was not the right one.
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to trying it again.
Yeah, because real estate is not always a sure shot, too. I think people go into it thinking like, I'm going to invest in this, flip it, sell it, make some money. A lot of times it's not as smooth as you would hope.
Right.
Not
always
look at
as
Contessa.
Yes.
Yeah, and what they're going through with their building.
Know.
Maybe you should help them out.
No, I'm not getting in anybody else's business. They already get mad because I will look up the price of their building, or if you bragging about how much you paid for your house, I'll be like, oh, did she really sell that house for $1 million?
Oh my gosh.
So they're already mad that I look up public records.
Right.
They're already mad. So I cannot offer any advice.
Being on reality TV is hard because I feel like there is this perception that you have to kind of keep up with. And
I've never.
I don't mean
I've been in my
you.
same home 25 years.
So you're not moving around.
Not moving. I would love to be driving a Rolls Royce, but it's not practical to be rolling around Atlanta in a Rolls Royce with a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month car note.
Right.
It just is not practical. It doesn't make sense. And I'm looking for the day I do not have to work.
Right.
Those are the decisions I'm making.
Well, how long do you think you are from? How far away do you think you are from?
5 years.
Okay, so you have a 5-year plan.
4.5 to be exact. I'm counting down. But at 58, you got to be looking forward to the countdown. I don't want to work for the rest of my life.
Right. You want to enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I love that for you. I like that you have, it feels like you have a lot of business savvy as well as, investing and also knowing what you want and sticking to it.
Yes.
Like having a plan of knowing this is when I'm going to retire. December 13th is the last day I'm doing this.
Last day of hospital call. No
What
more
about
babies.
this show? Was there ever a time that you felt like maybe I wouldn't come back? 12 seasons, and the show is a lot of work because people have to understand it's not like we see an hour-long show and they only film for an hour. That hour is like weeks of filming.
Right, and there is so much that doesn't even get shown. I still enjoy this group of women, and so as long as the show is airing and I'm asked to be on it, more than happy. But because, again, I think it's been a blessing to show America what Black families look like, the good and the bad.
Right.
And what you can still have relationships. You can still have traditional jobs because everybody wants to be an influencer now, or everyone thinks that they're going to become Angie Yee. Like, that's the diamond in the rough. Right? Everybody's not going to get those opportunities. And we are all still showing America what it looks like to get up and go to work.
People have to respect that with Married to Medicine. These are real, successful business professionals, working women who also, look, there's times that there's a little shade thrown. I don't know any group of women that doesn't happen with.
Right. But everybody always says, I've been yelling and screaming my whole life. I didn't start yelling once I started reality TV.
Listen, I saw somebody say, we love loud Simone, because that's how you know she's having a good time.
Yeah. And I'm loud. I'm passionate.
There you go. Yes. It's all about the verbiage that we use. Yes. I'm passionate.
Yes.
I love that for you. Well, I'll be watching this season. I'm locked in. So I'm always paying attention, and I just want to congratulate you for that. I've heard a lot of people say, and I agree, that this show is just different. It's different because we do get to see these relationships and these, amazing Black families, these amazing, powerful, strong women. And, a little bit of drama here and there, but it is what it is. That's life. But then you guys always do seem to support each other and come back together.
We
So
certainly try.
we're looking forward to that. Is there any misconceptions that you think that people have about you that you sometimes want to scream at the TV and clear up?
I just think, people will say she's hating on Quad. She's a hater, or she's jealous of Quad. There is nothing that any of these ladies have that I want or cannot get. And we are all successful in our own way. I love and support each of these ladies because they're amazing in their own way. They just better stay out of my way.
Do you know how Quad's paying for her house?
She's working.
She's working. Okay, good.
She's working.
Thank you.
And she has business things that she's doing. She's an entrepreneur as well, but she's working. She's doing her thing. And I didn't ask how she was like making her monthly bills. She's doing that with grace. What I said, I made the joke, and it was a lighthearted joke.
But you knew it would bother her.
T said, we are so close to having our house paid off. And I said, I wonder who is going to help Quad pay off her mortgage. So it was a lighthearted joke.
Right. And it just got into something bigger.
Yeah.
Sometimes you say things too and you don't know how it's going to be.
How it's going to affect another person.
But also produced and edited and blown up, because some things don't even make it. I'm sure there's a lot of things you said that didn't make it.
Lots.
And you're like, ooh, you don't know what's going to end up being on that screen.
Well, I'm glad sometimes that editing doesn't show every negative thing that we do or say, because it's permanent. Once you put it out there, you can't take it back. It's permanent.
Right. All right. Well, again, thank you and congratulations. You are, this is going to be an amazing year for you.
Thank you.
And I can tell it's going to be a great season.
Thank you.